Several protests took place today.
The march organised by the Joint Unemployed Graduates Union commenced this morning from the Golfways Green. As a result of the protest, police took steps to close down Ceramic Junction and Golfways roundabout for nearly 2 hours. The protesters marched towards the Presidential Secretariat but were obstructed by the police barriers. Subsequently, police allowed several representatives of the Joint Unemployed Graduates Union to hold discussions with officials from the Ministry of Finance.
What they said was they will allocate money from this year's budget. The budget will be presented on the 5th of March. After assessing how much money is allocated, if it is favourable for us, we will call off the protests. But if it is not a budget that is favourable for us, the very next day we will commence protests.
Elsewhere, the Association of Public and Provincial Public Management Assistant Service Employees held a demonstration obstructing Lotus Road in Colombo. They engaged in the protest citing 13 demands including pay hikes. An excess of 1,000 employees from across the island joined this protest. While the police had obstructed the protesters from entering the Presidential Secretariat, several employees representing the trade union were allowed to meet with the President in the evening. Later, the officials arrived at Temple Trees.
The coordinating secretary of the Prime Minister provided us with this written agreement. While we commend the President and Prime Minister for their prompt intervention into this matter, we hope our demands are met during the next 2 to 3 weeks. If not, we will continue the struggle.
Meanwhile, the Government Executive Officers Association says the token strike currently being carried out by them has crippled the day-to-day activities of many ministries and state departments. They engaged in this strike opposing the pay hike given only to legal officers. The association added that this token strike is a result of the failed negotiations between them and Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, which took place yesterday. 15 trade unions, including the Sri Lanka Administrative Services Association, are taking part in this token strike, and several demonstrations were organised in line with this strike at several places including Galle, Kandy and Kurunegala.
We have ensured that by the end of this government's tenure, all state sector employees' salaries will be doubled. Against such a backdrop, they have engaged in protests due to various political reasons. We say this strike is unfair and it is one which is being carried out to the saying of rival politicians. Therefore, we kindly request everyone to report to work.